Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Uh, Today we are going to start local policies. Local policies. Local policies में आज हमने sorry, let me change my language. Today we are going to cover three topics actually. In local policies, we are going to cover uh, audit policy, and we are going to cover user rights assignment, and then the last topic of today would be security options. Okay, Mr. Zubair. Okay. As we can see here, how many users we have? We have administrator, we have Fahad, Johar, Joseph, Manur, Semi, Yasir. So if you want to change something, you must log in with administrator account. If you want to apply some policies, if you want to create a user, if you want to delete a user, then you have to log in with administrator account. I believe administrator password was 1, if you guys remember. Is my voice clear to all of you? Perfect. Seems like the okay, no problem. So what was the shortcut key of local policies, local security policies? What was the shortcut key? Do you guys remember? sicpol.msc. I think you haven't watched the lectures. sicpol.msc. So yes, thank you, Mr. Aziz. In sicpol.msc, when you open it, you will go to local security policy, and you can see here we have local policies. And today we are going to discuss audit policy, user rights assignment, and security options. Do you know audit? Anyone? What is audit? In general, auditing, audit policy. Audit means, let's suppose you have a user account with the name of Mr. Sudesh. Yes, good. So we have a user Sudesh, right? What if you want to check that please mute yourself. Okay. So if you have a user named Sudesh and you want to check that when was the last time Sudesh logged in to this computer, or if you want to check that how many users logged on to this machine, who deleted the files, who shut down the machine, right? Who rename his account, who create a folder, who delete a folder. So if you want to check such settings, then we need to configure audit policies. These are the policies. For example, we can see audit account logon events. So if you double click on that, right, you can see we have two options: success and failure. If we just check success, it means that when a user is logged in successfully, a log will be created, and then you can open or check those logged from event viewer, right? So using these audit policies you can get to know that uh, Mr. Sudesh, when was the last time Sudesh logged in? what what is the meaning of failure? For example, Sudesh was trying to log in and he put the wrong password. For example, Sudesh's password was ABC and someone tried 123 and that someone was not able to log in. So that is called failure, a failure attempt on a user account. And I also want uh, to check those logs or events. So if you do not know about audit logon policies, what you can do, you can simply click explain and here you will get to know the details of that specific policy. If these information are not enough, you can also click this link and it will redirect you to the internet and then you can read a details documentation related to this policy. So everything is available here on your Windows 10 machine. You do not need to search or you do not need to watch a lectures or whatever. You can just double click on any policy. For example, I do not know what is audit account management properties used for. So I can simply double click on that and I can click explain and here I can see a user account or group is created, changed or deleted. A user account is renamed disabled. So when we configure this policy we will get these information. Any question? So if you set a policy here, then you can review the settings or options from computer management, and from computer management you can open event viewer. So I think you have a long weekend coming up, so that's like an assignment for you guys, that check each and every policy, try to configure it, and after that you can check all these setting and event viewer. So before we jump into user rights assignment topic, do you guys have any question in audit policy? Anyone?
No, sir.
Perfect. Now let's talk about user rights assignment. User rights assignment. Even the name explains everything. How many users do we have on this machine? We can see we have how many users? We have Fahad, Johar, Joseph, Manur, Sami, Yasir. We have total 6 users on this machine. By default, all these users are member of users group. And what we call them? What is the type of these user? Can someone tell me? Anyone? Anyone? Let me check. Perfect. Thank you, Yasir. Very good.
Are these
Yep. G.
them?
Your voice is breaking. Okay. We call it standard users. Right? These are called standard users. They are member of administrators group. No, these are not built-in users, Mr. Hubeb. I think they are built-in user. Nope, these are not built-in user. These are non-built-in users and they are member of standard, they are member of users group and we call it standard users. So can a standard user change the system time? why there is a background noise. Let me mute you all. So I have a question from Mr. Yasir that what we have to assign one of them all the privileges. Okay, let me explain it, Mr. Yasir. Give me just some time and I will explain it. Uh, okay, a question from all of you. Can a standard user change the system time? Anyone? Can a standard user change a system time? If we have Fahad user, can he change the system time? Nope. By default, a standard user cannot change a system time, right? Okay. What if I want to give permission to Mr. Fahad that he would be able to change the system time? What are the procedures? What are the procedure if I want to give permission to Mr. Fahad that he would be able to change the system time? Tell me guys. Method number one, we can change the membership of Fahad from users group to administrators group. So we can add Fahad user, yep, add him to administrators group. So what if we add a user to administrators group? Would be would he be able to only change the system time? Nope. He would also be able to change the computer name, right? So administrators. So if a user is a member of administrators group, he can do whatever he want to the machine. So that's not a good practice. Do not change, do not make any user member of administrators group. If you want to give him a specific permission, then you can come to local policies. Let me change the size of this so that you can see it big. So let me just change. Okay. Okay. As you can see here, local policies. From here you can go to user right assignment and then you can find out change the system time. So when you double click on change the system time, by default administrators group and local service has the permission to change the system time. So if you want to give a specific user permission to change the system time, you can simply add that user here and you are good. If you do not know the username, you can click advanced, you can click find now, and from here you can pick that user and you can click OK and you should be good to go. And now I can see Fahad is now added here. So this is how you can give permission to a user, a specific user, that he can change the system time. Okay, we have a question from Mr. Yasir that also tell about changing and viewing the disk management. Standard user cannot view disk management. So okay, uh, you can see here, Mr. Yasir, we have a lot of options available here. We can see here. So if you do not find any option here, it means that that specific option is not possible in Windows 10. Maybe in Windows Server you can get those options, or you can simply add that specific user to administrators group if there is a specific use case. So it depends. Okay, you can also See here, shut down the system. By default, users group can shut down the machine. So every user can shut down the machine. You can remove this users group from shut down the system option, and then you can see here no one would be able to shut down the machine. This is how you can restrict user to shut down the machine. What is the password of Fahad? 123 or ABC? Okay. Yes, Mr. Mehboob, do you have a question? Okay, I have a question for all of you. Why it is taking that much time? Normally a user doesn't take that much time, but why it is taking this much time? I'm logging into Fahad user, and why it is taking that much time? First time login. So, okay, I got it. But what is the reason a user takes time during first time? Yep, creating its profile. In which folder? C, users folder. Yep. No, no. When by default each user has a user profile in C users folder. So when we create a new user and logged in for the first time, it will take some time because a profile will be created for that specific user under this folder. That's the reason. Let me try to shut down the machine. I do not see any shutdown option here. See, there is no shutdown option here. The reason is because we have removed or remove that permission from that specific user. So any question in this topic or this topic? I think these two topics are clear now, that how we can set audit policy, and from event viewer we can check the audit policy. And user is right assignment means that if you want to give permission to a specific user, or if you want to remove some of the assigned permission from the user, that is your place, right? That's the story. Let me log in again using administrator account, and let me show you that what other thing we can learn today. Okay, again, if this is your first time taking my class, after this session kindly watch all the previous 5 lectures including this one. SICPol.msc and local policies user rights assignment, and what we have done, shut down the system. So I'm going to add the specific user again, users, and okay, sorry, I just hit the cancel button, so then I need to do all the process again. Users, and okay. Now let's talk about security options. What is security options? We can increase the security, or we can uh, decrease, or you can lower down some of the security option. In security options, let me show you one thing. This one, do not display last username. Let's discuss this option. Let me double click on this and let me enable it. Okay, and let me sign out, and because of that option We are not able to see any user here now. That is the feature. We just define a security. So even if an administrator wants to log in, any user who wants to log in will have to enter the username and password. If I want to log in as an administrator, still I would also need to type my account username and then I would be able to log in. Is it a good option? You can hide usernames. Security options. So let me see, where is that option? This one, sorry. What if someone forgot their username and password? So then you can ask administrator to provide you your username and password. Yep. So Manu, did you get your answer? Normally no one I mean, that's, yep, it's common. Sometime we forgot our password, but uh, yes, you can ask administrator to provide you the username. uh, do not display last username. Let me disable it and okay. And let me tell you an interesting option here. Interactive logon, message text for user attempting to log on. Let me double click on this and you can write welcome to Windows 10 training. Sorry, why it is regards. Regards, who is regards? So this, let me write so this, because he is asking too much question today, so that's good. Mr. Sudesh. And let me write a title, message of the day. Okay. So this, let me answer you. If I make an account in administration machine, can I use that machine? No. Uh, let me come to your question. So this, give me some time and let me show you what does it mean. So check here, message of the day, welcome to Windows 10 training and so this. So every user will get a message from you. If you want me to repeat that option, let me show you. You can go to security option, secpol.msc. You can go to local policies, security options, and from here you can go to message text for user attempting to log on. You can write your message and this will be title of your message, and these are the options. Any question? Do we have any question regarding audit policy, user rights assignment, security options? No question so far. Perfect. What happened to my machine? So okay, very good question, Mr. Azlan. that why these texts are mentioned. Let's suppose you want to give a warning to someone like, hey, Mr. User, please do not copy personal data into this machine. Please do not copy organization data. Please do not attach USB. So such type of messages you want to give them. You want to educate them. This is also related to security, I believe, or not. Am I right? Does it answer your question, Mr. Azlan Khatak? Perfect. Any other question, guys? Okay, we have 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes, a session will be disconnected. So I think we can stop for today because I will have to travel today, and I'm sorry because I got late because of some examinations. Let me save the recording.